Hi everybody, going to do another Linux video. This is a distribution I really know not much at all about, and it's Manjaro. Just going to explore a little bit, show you what I've been doing with it for the last little bit, because I've really only used it a couple times. And I've installed Vivaldi browser because I like it better than Firefox personally, and it's easy to install in Linux because it's supported in Mac OS, Windows, and Linux. And you could just go to the software center here, which if you go to under System, you'll see Add or Remove Software. And under here, you can search for it. But first, you want to check this area, Preferences, and you type in your password. And you type it correctly, hopefully. There I go. I did it. I got it finally. Check for updates. I have that selected. Automatically download updates. Why not? And parallel downloads. If you have a fast connection, you could crank that up a little bit. And yeah, that area looks good. And if you go to advanced, you can mess with these if you choose to do so. Third party though, I like to select enable AUR support. That's the Arch user repository. And check for updates. Why not? Flatpak. I love those, so I'll enable that. Check for updates. And snaps, I do not like those. I think they're ruining Ubuntu in my opinion, so I'm going to close that. And yeah, so what I did was, you can search for Vivaldi browser here. If you don't see it, you can just go to their website and they'll probably tell you how to get it for your specific distribution. I'm pretty sure I was able to just find it under here, but it's a browser that I highly recommend. I think it's great. And, if you just explore under here, you might find something that you like. There's a lot of apps in these KDE distributions. There tends to be a lot of stuff. But for some reason, this just feels like it runs fast still. It doesn't feel weighed down at all. And that's what I like about it. It even feels lighter than some XFCE distributions somehow. I don't know if it's the way the menus just snap up and there's not too many animations. I don't know what it is. Somebody out there does, but I don't. I don't understand why it's fast, but I like it. That's all there is for me to need to know, I guess. But I like this utilities, this Manjaro user guide. It's very cool. And right now I'm on a touchscreen device. It works perfectly. I can pinch zoom. It's fluid. It's simple. It's not Adobe popping up asking me all these questions, and it's just it annoys me in Windows. And this just runs really well, and it displays a PDF with no issues, and it's just fluid. Everything just scrolls really quickly. And this is a PDF with some images in it. It's not just text. It's like Adobe in the year 2022. It runs a lot slower than this. I don't know what's up, but this is really nice. And they have a really nice user guide with lots of screenshots, lots of explanations, very well worded. I just kind of browsed through it really quick, but it's nice, and I recommend you check this out. So that's kind of welcoming in a new distribution. I have been browsing through other things, just like right through here, and I installed a few other things like Steam, and I don't remember if it came with Steam, honestly, but I installed it if it didn't. It's easy to get in Linux. You got GIMP, GNU Image Manipulation Program. Let's see how fast it launches. Let's go to Graphics and then GIMP and click on it. And I'm recording at 60 frames a second on an older laptop. And wow, first launch, not bad. Let's close it and reopen it now. Not bad for first launch when I'm taxing this computer. And the fan's not even running on this yet, which is pretty nice. Oh yeah, that's totally acceptable. And let's try going through system. We got time shift. That's one of my favorites. Again, if it wasn't on here, I installed it. I don't remember doing it. I've had this for probably a couple weeks now, and I just haven't gotten around to using it. Probably not the best way to review something. Time shift's great for backups. I highly recommend it. And actually, not backups. I would say snapshots, because there's a difference. Backups, you actually have to store somewhere, and else that's not the computer. That's the proper way to back up, and preferably 3 locations. So maybe an offsite backup, you know, a, a Blu-ray disc, I don't know, something like that, and then another cloud backup solution somewhere. That's typically how you want to back up things, but a couple is usually enough, honestly. We got Dolphin File Manager. This is a great one. It's been around for a long time. Very simple, but powerful. It has everything. That you usually would need. it's tucked under these menus. It's really nice. And what I love about Linux, and I talk about this in just about every distribution, is the templates folder. And let's go over that. Let's add a notepad app. Let's just do this as an example. See, there's a type of document that you're constantly creating. And, let's create one right now. Let's create a text file. And we're going to name this, maybe you track your hours for work, even though you're a contract employee and you need to track your hours for work. Let's do something like that. Here's a good example. Hours. We're just going to name it hours.txt. And we're going to edit this text file. And we're going to put, every day, no matter what, every day you've been working the same hours in general. So you don't want to have to type it every week. And you don't want to have to open a document and copy and paste it every week. So let's just make that template. So we're going to make it Monday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Tuesdays, you typically work 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Wednesday, just making this up obviously as I go along, but same thing. And Thursday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday, 7 a.m. again to 4 p.m. And then we just save that document. So, it would be boring to keep typing that out, and it would be, tiring, I guess. So in that templates folder, I just created that document. That's the basic document. Now I could right click anywhere on the desktop and say create new, and you can go to text file. Oops, right here. Let's see. What am I doing? Is it the same in here? I didn't do it right. Where's it at? Am I looking right at it? Well. It looks like it's not as why is it not saying new from template? Let's see what I'm missing here. What am I doing wrong? Let's try it from an actual folder. So we're going to go over to, we're going to open up another, just go to the home folder. Let's go to documents. Let's try it like that. And go to create new. Interesting, it doesn't do that like it does in XFCE and GNOME and Cinnamon. That does not have that feature. I assumed and I was wrong. So we'll have to scratch that. So it's interesting, there is a templates directory, but KDE does not honor the template. So let's look that up actually. Let's go on, oops, I just launched my app store. Let's pull up Vivaldi. And we're going to type in KDE templates directory not working. Let's see if that gives us anything. Here we go. So people were wondering, why is there no, well, that's 2014. So apparently it's been like this for a while. So, yeah, see, people are saying right here, there's a create new menu with predefined. And interesting. So there are very brilliant people out there that have figured this out, how to work around it, which is really cool. Interesting. So it's kind of weird that it's not baked in here, or the KDE team didn't just take care of that, or the I'm sorry, the Manjaro team, but whatever. There's some quirks here and there. I mean, everything Linux isn't perfect, but that's really something worth checking out, is why you can't right click and create new from template based on the files that you put in the template directory. That's what you can do in GNOME, Cinnamon, and XFCE, and it's really useful in my opinion. But there's so many other options in KDE that I'm not even familiar with. Lots, and it's so advanced that it's like endless on how many things you can customize from what I understand, and that's really cool. Now, I don't use KDE in a production environment. I never have, and from what I hear, other people don't really do that. It's because a lot of these Linux distributions tend to favor the GNOME development, such as think of Fedora, for example. It's based on GNOME. It's rock solid. I mean, even Ubuntu. How about Pop OS? They're all based on GNOME, right? So it's kind of like, I don't know. I hope KDE keeps taking off like it is. It's doing a lot of cool stuff from what I hear. Let's go look at something else. Electron, I don't care to mess with. Flowblade movie editor. Did I install that? I don't know. There's so many free pieces of software. I don't remember what I installed. All right, nothing. I don't see anything that launched. So let's go. Okay, that didn't work. So let's try that one more time. Flow, blade. Let's click it again. All right, that crashes. That's legit crashing. So, well, it's being that it's easy to uninstall things in Linux and install them, let's just go look for it here and let's remove it because it does no good for me. Flow blade. Look at that. There it is. I click the trash icon. I click apply, type my password, and man, that was fast. At least you can get rid of something quickly. You don't have to answer a bunch of questions. It's gone. Look at that. That is so cool. Now let's think of another, what is it, PTV? Is that one? Create and edit your own movies. Here we go. Let's install another one right here. Go to apply, type the password probably. Let's see if it asks for it. Click apply. See how long this takes. It's faster than Fedora's App Store, that's for sure. Okay, so it's installed. Now let's see if this launches. If you don't find something you like, you can find a way around it in Linux, I swear. There's always another alternative. There it is, cool. So you can go to new and you can, this is very clean looking. I like that. Maybe I'll mess with this. I've heard of it and I think I used it in the past, but it's been so long I don't remember. You can tell when it's getting close to midnight, my memory just starts to exit my brain. Um, Office, what do we got? Only Office desktop editors. I think Only Office is one of those Electron apps, but I can't 100% remember because what do I remember, like I said, at nighttime? I'm not a big fan of this, but hey, it's something to save a document with and, edit a Word document, I guess. I try to avoid all that stuff. Let's go back to multimedia. Got OBS Studio, I installed that. Shotcut, that's the other one I couldn't think of. Let's see if that launches flawlessly. Shotcut's a great one. I do like Shotcut. It's very solid. I think it's one guy that edits it, or develops it, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to Google that later. But I thought I recall it was mainly one guy that does the project, which is fairly impressive. Um, Image scanning application. I'm just browsing this as a new user mainly. You can tell I don't know much at all about KDE nowadays. Um, Sweet. So I'm curious how many scanners this supports. Everything's just really snappy, especially when I'm recording at 60 frames for this video, putting stress on this machine. Let's see what I can do with the taskbar. So here's something I've not tried or recall trying in KDE. In Cinnamon, and I think even the XFCE version, yeah, I'm pretty sure, of Linux Mint, they offer the option to not use these tiled buttons and to have the classic, like wider style where you can see the title of the window. I love that. I have to have that. And it's probably one of the reasons I gravitate towards using Linux Mint. But let's see if we have that option. Now in Windows, you would click the taskbar settings to change that. And in Windows, does let you make the windows wider, which is nice. But we're going to enter edit mode. Now I've always found this to not be that friendly in like XFCE, like these panel edit modes. They're kind of confusing and it takes me a while. But let's see how it is nowadays in KDE. Let's go to edit more options, and we're going to say panel alignment is left. That's correct. So if I went to center, what does it do? Let's see. Oh, okay. Big deal. Um, More options. Yeah. So let's try clicking configure here. Yeah, so it says icons only task manager. So show alternatives. This is cool. Window list. Let's try that. Switch. Uh-oh, did I screw it up? What did I do? That's the window list? Okay, I got it. Show alternatives. Okay, I'm getting the hang of this pretty quick. Task manager. What? Let's try switching to that. Oh, see, I don't like the names of it, but that's what I want. That is it right there. Cool. That is cool. It does have it. Learn something new every day. So this is expanded names or whatever you call it for the Windows. I mean, apparently it's Task Manager. Hey, whatever, it works, and I love it. So that's cool. So I'm out of edit mode. I can go back and I can screw with this some more if I want, but I'm pretty happy with this. So let's go back to, let's click this X here. Does that get me out of edit mode? Oh yeah, that is so cool. Maybe I'll stick with this longer if I can do this. Now, another thing you can do in Windows that I think Windows is kind of ahead of the game with that other distributions don't do very well is show these icons only on the only on the monitor in which the window's open. So I'm not sure if I said that correctly, but imagine you have three monitors and you have the window open on monitor 2. Well, by default in Windows, it will show the taskbar icon on all three monitors. I like it to just be open on the monitor in which the window is open on. So therefore, the taskbar will only show the icon for the window on the monitor in which it's open on, which is nice. It keeps things clean. I don't know if you can do that because I'm just on one screen right now, but that would be something that would be really cool if Linux could do that because I don't even think, um, well, you have to do workarounds, but Mac OS kind of sucks at stuff like that. So I hope this, video taught you something new. I could get a little more advanced and, talk about hidden directories and themes and all that, but I haven't really messed with that in KDE yet. I'm not very well versed in that, so I'm not very qualified to show that. But basically, you go to your home directory and you hit Control H, and it's going to show you the hidden directories, and maybe you'll have directories like, I don't know, icons or themes, and you can customize KDE or whatever environment you're working on out of. Right here, we see there's one called KDE4. I do not want to mess with that because I don't know anything about it, but um, I do notice there's a little plus sign. I've seen that in Windows before. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Thanks for watching and have a great evening.